Good day, my delicious darlings. It's a positive delight to see you today. How have you been enjoying your June? Do you love the heat, or does it make you feel like you're melting? I have been on a planet with extremely hot areas for the past few days. Nephtare is a gorgeous planet with many enchanting vistas, but one of the wildest and hottest is the desert. Some nickname the lands of fire. I was staying with some friends at the edge of the desert on an excursion to see the pink water oasis. I found a small jar containing a scroll on which were written a dozen poems. I chose this one for you because it was such a lovely example of Nephtare legends. So, if you are courageous enough to come with me to the dark tombs of another world, gather your supplies, stock up on water and sunblock. Be sure your courage is wound to the sticking place, and join me on the sands of Nephtare. The Vampire of Nephtare. Emily searched the planet for a decade, for a legend born in Neptare's east, house somewhere underneath the land of fire. The ancients had interred a wicked beast. They, careful of the return of the monster that had also been worshipped as a god, had placed in its tomb an enormous treasure, sufficient to fund his life when he trod the world again. No one had seen the temple, but generations of one family had searched the breadth of Nephtare to find it. The last of that bloodline was Emily. It was, of all days, her 30th birthday, when her team came to a hidden valley. At its far end, a cube made of gleaming gold, marked with the sigil of Lord Hellardy. That was, in fact, the name of the monster god that had so racked and terrorized the place. Even his followers had turned against him. On the day that Ra had hidden his face, his priests had used Anubis rope to bind him, covered his eyes, so no fire from his face could strike at them, then slew him with a dagger, and declared his imprisonment was grace. It might have taken Emily decades more to uncover the whole of the vast tomb, had not the team, on close examination, found behind the huge sigil a small room, and from the room descended a steep staircase into the depths where golden lights revealed a maze of shadowed rooms and darkened hallways, in which somewhere the great treasure was sealed. There was so much that there, by their eyes, was seen. Pictures and sigils read in ancient tongue, intricate boxes yielding dust and parchment, and small insects that shadows crept among. But at last, they reached a huge hidden chamber. In the deepest part of the structure, hid a stone table bearing a tomb of marble, with a strange figure carved upon the lid. The creature there was odd, its aspect human, and yet a monstrous glare was on its face. Its hands were clawed, and its fangs curved down sharply, making it unlike those of human race. Could that be Hellardy? Francisco whispered. He certainly does not look like a Fred. Emily chuckled. Derek rolled his brown eyes. He looks like somebody already dead. Come on then. We are here to find the treasure. If that's Hellardy, it must be close by. We will find all the riches of the ages within an hour, Derek said. We'll try. And try they did, exploring every corner, encountering both blind spiders and dust, but not as much as a single round gold coin or an ancient lockbox long gone to rust. Not a fair jewel, not a bright silver bracelet could they discover. Gods, I've been a fool. Emily groaned. I've led you to disaster. Of your poverty, I have been the tool. I told you I would carry you to glory. For 10 grading years, you have followed me. And now here we are, looking at Hellardy, the biggest red herring in history. The men all shook their heads. Each one gainsayed her. Though, in truth, all their hearts were aching too. We wouldn't have missed this, Francisco told her. It has been an adventure helping you. They went back to the tomb to find their supplies and looked again on the Hellardy thing. Perhaps the locals found this ages ago and took the jewels as vengeance against him. They sat in silence for a while. Finally, upon a map, they marked the exact place and method by which the tomb could be entered, hoping some scientist would think it grace. Then it was time to go. Low and dejected, they turned to leave, but Emily was shoved. By accident, she fell and sliced her soft palm and spattered the stone creature with her blood. There was a hiss, a sizzle, then a whistle, and suddenly the room was filled with light. A blinding light that seared and stole all vision. Emily saw a flash of black, then white. She heard the yelp, the sound of someone screaming, an awful wrenching sound of boundless pain. Then something struck her, hard upon the temple, and she was toppled into dark again. When Emily woke again in the bleak tomb, what she saw sent screams clawing from her lips. Her team, her friends, her family of 10 years, lay dead and drained, like wrecks of sunken ships, their bodies dry and crumpled like pressed flowers, except for the raw wounds upon their throats. She might be looking upon papier-mâché or limp corn dollies made from rotten oats. A sob burst past her lips and then a low groan, as she felt her soul being rent in two. Your friends provided me with what I needed, a rich voice said, and now we come to you. Emily looked up into Hellardy's eyes. They were dark brown encircled by blood red. Emily blinked, blue eyes pale, dark hair gleaming. What happened? Why are my brave boys all dead? Because, Hellardy said, in one full stumble, you did what all of my priests could not do. When I was killed, they slit hundreds of slave throats, trying to do what your sweet blood did do. I lay like stone here for strings of centuries, my soul in the underworld caught in strife. But as soon as the first drop of crimson rain from virgin veins touched, I sprang back to life. So I revived you. I did you a service. Why would you wrench my dearest loves from me? Because I am a demon who lives on blood. And after my long sleep, I woke hungry. Then kill me too, Emily begged. I've earned it. I carried them all of this weary way, to die in agony inside a dark room. The gods themselves would agree I should pay. Very well, Hellardy said. Now despair, girl. His bloody maw the vampire stretched wide. Emily stood as stock for execution. But Hellardy scowled, and he stepped aside. What are you doing? Why didn't you strike me? You must still have that wild hunger in you. You can hardly be squeamish over my death, when hundreds were already slain for you. Hellardy hissed and swore. He seemed incensed now. Fooled child, you should be grateful for mercy. But no, you have to ask the very question that could unman or even destroy me. You found this place, so must have heard the story, that here I was revered as a great god. I'd fair lovers and priests to my bidding, and many others did not think it odd to offer up their throats for gain or a gift, or healing offered to their family. So why is it in my eyes? You gleam like gold. And my instinct names you priceless to me. In the old times, I slew hundreds and thousands. And what you said to me before was true. It should be easy to do just as you asked. And take your life, it's just. I can't harm you. Why not? Emily asked. You slew the others. You destroyed all I held as family. Without them, I have nothing in the whole world. What do you think my life now means to me? Hellardy looked at Emily. In his eyes, an emotion they'd never held before. Concern, tenderness, maybe even caring, as one might feel for someone they adore. He said, "The treasure you sought, I can give you, and any other thing you ask of me. I'm a god, true, and you can be my goddess. If you stay and throw your lot in with me." Horror seized Emily, but she controlled it. If Hellardy was a god, granted true, he could give her the one thing she most wanted, and let her pay for all she did not do. Emily said, "If you can bring my friends back, retracting the outrages you did do, and send them home with treasure to succor them, I will stay here and will always serve you." The vampire searched her face. His hand caressed her, tracing her cheek. His words seemed to pain him. "I cannot give them back what I have taken. Their souls belong to Seth. They bide with him." A sob broke from Emily, and she trembled. Hellardy pulled her into his arms tight and held her as if she were rare and precious, and he not a foul creature of the night. "I'll speak with the arbiter of souls," he said, "and see their brave souls are escorted through into the brightest peak of the high heaven. They will be happy there, I promise you. And what of me? Should I live just to watch you, on piles of stinking corpses, find your way to the near godhood that you once enjoyed here? Or watch as Lord Osiris has his way, and orders you killed, Bastet too, and Sekhmet, and many others will not wish to see. Another great power in its ascendance that poses a threat to humanity. If you will not free me from hated life, that with my shattered heart twists in my chest, give me the glowing dagger there in your belt, and I will make a scabbard of my breast." "No," Hellardy screamed. "I will not allow it. I cannot. I'd rather be slain by you than see you so destroyed by my foul waking. Surely, there must be something I can do to give you joy. Name it. Jewels or riches. Services done to help your family. I'll make you a fair queen if you but wish it. I will do anything. Just stay with me. I can build for you great cities or empires. The secrets of the world I offer you. One sip of my blood, you'll live for centuries. I can teach you to fly. I'll marry you and turn your second name to Hellardy. It almost is." Emily giggled half mad. "My family name is odd, Delharry. I inherited it from my old dad. He used to say that we were from the daughter of a man who later became a beast, but ever watched after her short mortal life. She was a queen, but we are now the least and last fragments. In fact, I'm the very last. Considering my life will end today, I would say, sorry to sweet Neferkari. If I had brought a time machine with me." "What did you say?" Hellardy barely whispered. "Neferkari, the mother of my line. At least, she was in all my father's stories. He always said her magic gifts were mine, because when I got angry, things would catch fire or roll over. It drove my folks crazy. But my grandpa said that it was raw spark, and it proved Neferkari's strength in me. Emily, Neferkari was my daughter. Before the black blood was gifted to me, she was born of my sweetest concubine. She was my darling, the sweetest part of me. When I was killed, I thought her murdered also. But this explains why I cannot harm you any more than I could have harmed my daughter. You're part of me, and I am part of you. If you wish it, I'll share with you the black blood, teach you the secrets of eternity. Or, if it is all that will heal your hurting, I'll give you this to make an end of me. Hellerdy extended to her the dagger. This only binds me to release my soul to judgment and thereafter endless fire. You must cut out my heart and burn it whole. And what if I stab at your heart? The girl asked. What awful fate would then become of you? I'd sleep again for untold centuries, and when I awoke, I'd be alone and blue. But if that's what you choose, I will accept it, because the gift you have given to me is one I never hoped to have in this life. You have brought back to me my family. And what if I wanted to sleep beside you? Then you would only have to hold my hand. As you strike my heart, the magic would bind your life force to mine. But you must understand, without the blood of our line to awake us, there is a chance that we would sleep always. I'll sleep with you, Emily said, if you swear. When woken again, you'll live out your days in peace with me. I will leave behind my blood in Kinobic jars to raise me and you. But we must find a way to feed but not kill, and never change. Is that okay with you? So now the descendant of the great vampire, once feared and loathed abroad as Hellerdy, sleeps in his arms, never more to be alone. And, sleep or wake, shall always be happy. Subscribe to become a delicious darling. I enjoyed that poem. What did you think of it? The themes of the Nephtare legend are powerful, namely adventure, courage, and a deep love for family in all its forms. Today's word for the comments is adventure. Write it and tell me which adventure, real or imagined, you would most like to go on. If you'd like to become part of this channel's slightly crazy family, click like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to become an official delicious darling. I got slightly sunburned on Nephtare, so I'm treating myself to a deep skin conditioning treatment at my local spa before heading off for another visit to the library between the universes. Until we meet again, be sure to wear gloves while exploring tombs. Remember to hug your friends and family just because. And sleep well, my delicious darlings.